YouTube, it's Lucy. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be little mini reviews of the movies that my husband and I went to see in the month of December. Every Tuesday here in the town where I live, we have what's called Discount Tuesday. All the theaters here in town only cost $5. So Steve and I take advantage of that and we try to go see a movie every Tuesday night. It's kind of our date night. That's something that I just really love doing with him, and so I thought I would start another playlist. Let me know what you think I should call it, because I kind of like Lucy Loves Flix. But this will be all of the movies that Steve and I went to see in the month of December of 2018. So the first movie that we saw in the month of December was the second installment of the Fantastic Beasts movie. I believe it's The Crimes of Grindelwald. I'll insert a little screenshot or something right here for you. I really can't share a whole lot about the movie without spoiling it, since it's the sequel to the first movie. But essentially the Fantastic Beasts movies are kind of prequels to the Harry Potter series. I ended up giving The Crimes of Grindelwald a 4-star rating because it was really, really good. Johnny Depp is in it. He plays the villain. He's like the evil guy, and he blew his performance out the park. Like, he was phenomenal, and I really, really enjoyed seeing him as a serious villain as opposed to a goofy villain, or, you know, just kind of a role where he's goofing off. It was a lot darker than the other Harry Potter movies, which some people didn't seem to like, but I really appreciated the directing. I appreciated the writing. I thought that the actors all did a really great job, and we were introduced to a couple new beasts in this movie too, which was really fun. So the only reason I didn't give it a 5 stars is because I thought that the romantic relationships or the love stories in this particular movie were a little bit weak. I don't want to say too much more than that because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but I know it wasn't the primary plot line of the movie, but it was still in there, and so I still felt like it was missing something. The second movie that we saw in the month of December was Creed 2. Creed 2. I was actually really impressed with it. I was actually on the edge of my seat pretty much the entire time. I also really thought that the actors did a fantastic job. Sylvester Stallone is amazing. I've always really loved him. So I gave Creed 2 4.5 stars. The third Tuesday in December, we went to see Instant Family, starring Mark Wahlberg and Rose Byrne. Is that how you pronounce it? Insert a little thing here, I think. And I loved this movie. We actually saw this twice in the theaters. I found myself laughing more than not laughing. There were parts where I cried actually, and so many feelings. It was so good. I think part of the reason why I loved it so much is because Steve and I are going through the process of adopting out of foster care, and it really just kind of made it a little more real to me. This movie is based on a true story. I actually gave it 5 stars. We actually are considering the prospect of adopting a teenager after seeing this movie. It's just so important that people understand what happens in the system. I just think that it's so raw. Like, what goes on is so raw and so traumatic and so scary almost. So yeah, I really feel like this movie is something that everybody should see, even though there are a lot of topics in here that are very uncomfortable to talk about, and probably topics that are uncomfortable to sit and listen to or learn about, but it's important to know the significance of what's going on with these kids right now. So prayerfully consider seeing it or renting it when it comes out on video, because it's very powerful. It will totally influence the way you parent, probably, as well as the way you view children. maybe. That's how it affected me. And then the last movie that Steve and I saw, I think we talked about in my vlog for the 12 Days of Christmas, was Dr. Seuss's The Grinch. Let's insert a little screenshot here. It was so cute. I just really enjoyed it. I ended up giving this a 4.25 stars, but it was really good, and I loved the music. The music was composed by Danny Elfman, who's one of my all-time favorite composers in the film industry. The score is just always on point, in my opinion. Yeah, so him and Randy Newman are two of my favorite film composers, just kind of as a side note. So those are the movies that Steve and I went to see. I actually didn't go to any movies this month that I didn't enjoy, which I was absolutely ecstatic about. It was actually a really good movie month for us, so I had a hard time giving any of them anything less than 4 stars because they were all really good. So please subscribe if you haven't yet. I am going to try to do one of these videos at the end of every month just to share the movies that we go to see. This will not include any like rentals or movies that we just watch in our home. I just think that would get a little bit long because Steve and I watch a lot of movies at home. So I'm just gonna do like new releases that we see in the theaters because I just think it'll keep the videos a little bit shorter and a little bit more up to date with all of that, if you know what I'm saying. So give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this. Let me know down below if you saw any of the movies that I talked about here, and stay tuned for next month's Let's Go to the Movies video. I will see you guys very soon. Bye.